Like many of you, I'm watching all the Indiana Jones movies before going to see The Dial of Destiny, beginning, of course, with Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is a perfect movie. I remember first hearing about Raiders on the schoolyard, specifically the face melting scene, so I guess that was spoiled for me. I actually can't remember the first time I saw Raiders, I just know that I've seen it many, many times since. This time around, I realized how well executed this movie is, just every single detail thought of, and it moves along so well. Every scene adds something new and exciting. This really is the blueprint for every action movie to come after it. It packs so much in. The script is well written. The character is incredible. I think this is the best bunch of bad guys in the series. And I love that there's always a group of bad guys in these movies. It's not just one single bad guy. I think we all love Indiana Jones so much because he's such a flawed character, but still very likable. He screws up all the time, but somehow manages to make it out of every bad situation. I loved watching Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it is not my favorite Indiana Jones movie. Is it yours? Let me know your favorite part in the comments below. See you at the movies. I'm watching all the Indiana Jones movies before going to see Dial of Destiny, continuing with Temple of Doom, which I don't generally love. It's certainly not as good as the first one. Don't get me wrong, this movie starts off great. It's one of the best openings of the series, and the final act gets good once they hit the mine carts, but in between there's just a whole lot of misery happening, and it's not fun. I don't know if it's the human sacrifice or the child slavery or even just Willie screaming throughout the entire film. There's just a lot in here that is unpleasant. Plus, there are some plot issues. It is all very much an accidental adventure, which I don't think works as well as the other planned ones. And honestly, this seems like the low-budget Indiana Jones movie to me because there's not a lot of variety in the settings or scenery. It all pretty much takes place in caves. But this is still an Indiana Jones movie, which means it is still very well made, and it does have a satisfying ending in my opinion. Is Temple of Doom your favorite Indiana Jones movie? If so, let me know why in the comments below. See you at the movies. I'm watching all the Indiana Jones movies this week, and this is my favorite. There is no doubt in my mind that Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is the best film of the series. It does follow the formula set out by the original, but there is enough diversion from it, I think, to keep things interesting. His love interest is a traitor, for example. Marcus is suddenly an idiot for comic relief. And of course, we have the addition of Sean Connery as Dr. Henry Jones, Indy's dad. I'll be honest, he is the main reason I love this film. Connery elevates this content from an already high level. He has great chemistry with Harrison Ford and adds more stakes to the story because now someone Indy really cares about is in danger, his father. But of course, Last Crusade also has the best action scene. The opening sequence in itself is a brilliant short film, and it's got chases by land, sea, and air. Plus, it goes back to the villains we love to hate. I'm not going to say it here, but you know who I'm talking about. Is Last Crusade your favorite Indiana Jones movie? Let me know in the comments below. See you at the movies. I'm watching all the Indiana Jones movies before going to Dial of Destiny, which means that I had to watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And I have to say, guys, it's not as bad as I remember. Oh, it's still not great. It's still got nuking the fridge and swinging with the monkeys and a whole lot of boring awkwardness, but I think the passage of time has allowed me to appreciate what this film does contribute to the Indiana Jones series. For one, it establishes that Indy was a spy during World War II, and don't we all want to see that series? Indiana Jones, Master Spy. Get on it, Disney. It's also great to see Karen Allen again. She's just delightful, and it really makes me wish she'd been in more of the earlier films, not just the first one. And that's it. Honestly, I can't think of a third thing this movie contributes to the franchise. It's all a pretty stupid premise, and that's what pissed me off about it when I first saw it. But if you go into the movie knowing about the stupid premise, then it's a little easier to digest as you're watching it. And that's all I have to say about it. I'm off to see Dial of Destiny. Let me know your Crystal Skull thoughts in the comments below. See you at the movies. I finally got out to the theater to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and I thought it was just okay. It's fine. It's about what I expected. It's not as bad as Crystal Skull, but not as good as the original three. It was nice to see Harrison Ford in the role again, although I realize a lot of what we saw on screen was CGI, but he gives a good performance as always. The supporting cast was okay. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is great, and there are a few familiar faces throughout, but I did not like the villains. Mad Mikkelsen is fine doing what he does best, but the two thugs he has working for him were idiots. I don't like how the story tried to explain their presence, or rather didn't. There are a few plot holes in this one, leading up to a spectacular finale that I will not spoil, but it was still a ton of fun to watch. I don't think it's worth seeing this one in the theater, guys. Just wait till it comes to Disney+. I thought it was too dark. A lot of it was really, really dark, and the CGI is suspect in a few shots. I did like the ending, however. It was a very nice way to wrap up this series. I hope. I don't know. What do you guys think? If you saw Dial of Destiny, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you at the movies.